Terence Crawford just dropped new training footages ahead of the Canelo fight. And trust us, this is not the same Crawford fans are used to seeing.
He went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
The undefeated champion is making a bold leap up to super middleweight, and the transformation is jaw-dropping. In these latest clips, Crawford looks bigger, stronger, and more explosive than ever, yet somehow still maintains that trademark speed and sharpness that's made him one of the most feared fighters on the planet.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's like, wait a minute, champ.
Box away into that power. Box away. There we go. There we go. Good work.
Just when fans thought the video couldn't get more epic, Andre Ward, the undefeated world champion and Olympic gold medalist, made a surprise appearance at Crawford's camp. But this wasn't just for show. Today, I got sparring rounds with Andre Ward, the GOAT, Crawford proudly shared.
Today I get some rounds with the GOAT. One of the GOATs. You know what I mean? Two GOATs.
Ward suited up, trained alongside Crawford, and the two exchanged high-level boxing insights and strategy. The respect between them was undeniable, a true passing of wisdom from one great to another. Ward's presence added even more legacy and fire to an already intense training camp.
I'm going with Terence Crawford, you know. Big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you.
But it's not just the physical transformation that's catching eyes. Crawford is clearly locked in on a mental and technical level too. In one part of the video, he's seen giving pointers to Nico Ali Walsh, the grandson of Muhammad Ali.
There you go. No, I'm saying boom. So then when you extend it, boom. This is protecting you. This is right here. You know what I mean? Because look.
Guiding the young fighter with surgical advice and precision. It's a glimpse into the mind of a true ring IQ genius. Someone who doesn't just fight at the highest level, but also teaches at it.
If I throw a hook, no, I'm saying, if I'm here, boom, and you throw a hook, I'm just gonna turn.
Then comes the fun. Crawford isn't all serious. He knows how to enjoy the grind. In a surprising and hilarious moment, he's caught on camera body slamming a reporter and engaging in a grappling match, right there in the gym. Showing off some playful wrestling skills and bringing out the lighter side of his intense training camp. It's moments like these that remind fans that behind the fierce competitor is a guy who loves what he does.
How we gonna do it, Brooklyn? How we gonna do it, Brooklyn? How we gonna do it, Brooklyn? Brooklyn!
But make no mistake, when it's time to get serious, Crawford flips the switch. He's seen performing reflex drills on a high-tech touchscreen display, reacting with laser-like precision to rapidly changing targets. The speed, focus, and coordination on display are elite level, further proof that Crawford is dialed in for what might be the biggest challenge of his career.
Oh! You're right.
When Terence "Bud" Crawford steps into the ring, he's not just throwing punches, he's playing chess. In this revealing conversation, Crawford breaks down the mental warfare that makes him one of boxing's most feared and intelligent fighters. "If I can touch you, and you can't touch me, I'm in a good space," he says, explaining how he gauges distance and controls range using subtle movement and a reach.
And, you know what I mean, he come up short, then I know I'm in a distance where if I can touch him and he can't touch me, I'm in a good space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
when asked, "Bud, what are you looking at from the get-go?" Crawford explains how he inches closer, switching from long range to mid-range or inside based on his opponent's reactions. His jab isn't just a weapon, it's a setup. Touch the shoulders, chest, face, even feint it. Make them react, he says. Each move builds toward a trap.
You know, you want to touch the shoulders, you want to touch the hands, the body, the face, you know what I mean, the chest, in case your guy is moving a lot, you want to aim at his chest.
Yep. On counterpunching, Crawford offers a gem. It's all repetition. Counter, boom, it becomes second nature. And when it comes to finishing opponents, he's learned to stay calm. I used to rush and let guys off the hook. Now I stay composed and finish smart. Facing bigger foes doesn't rattle him either. You can push them back. Strong fighters hate that, or outbox them if they're too slow, Crawford explains.
You want to feint off the jab, so if I'm hitting you with a jab and you constantly doing this, you know, I'll feint, jab you, feint, you know what I mean, get you to get used to doing this, and then out the blue, feint the jab.
Fighters like Kavaliauskas surprised him by being more patient, which proved why flexibility matters. You gotta have a plan B, C, D. You never know what version of a guy will show up. Asked about his mindset over 12 rounds, Crawford says it best. Always flexible. You can't rely only on what you saw on tape. You got to adjust in real time.
You know, because earlier in my career, I let a lot of people off because I went and jumped on them and just, you know, went crazy and, you know, didn't set up the shots and, you know, let them hold me. And
Coach Chad, Terence Crawford's longtime strength coach, revealed how Bud is transforming his body for the jump to 168 pounds to face Canelo Alvarez. We put in the same work we always do, Chad said. Bud's got a mindset that doesn't come with a lot of other athletes. The motivation is something he's had since he was a kid.
That doesn't come with a lot of other athletes. I've worked with a lot of professional athletes. You know, the motivation is something he's had since he was a kid. So not much has changed. You know, we knew the weight was going up, so we focused on strength in the early stages.
The early camp focused on building strength and size, and Chad says Crawford feels more comfortable at this weight than he did at 147. He's going to feel a little more relaxed, he added. Despite moving up, Chad insists Crawford is still in his prime. His IQ, his ring generalship, it's as good as it's ever been. And the power? At 147, he stopped everybody. At 168, we expect the same. Chad ended with a bold claim. When it's all said and done, he's going to be like the Michael Jordan of boxing. Crawford isn't just gaining weight, he's building a legacy.
That's, you know, where we go from there. I think when it's all said and done, you know, he's going to be kind of like the Michael Jordan of boxing, you know.
While Coach Chad detailed Crawford's physical transformation for 168, it's Bomac who laid out the mental game plan and made it clear this isn't just a move in weight, it's a mission to dominate Canelo. Speaking with confidence and pride, Bomac made it crystal clear. He fully expects Terence Crawford to dismantle Canelo Alvarez come fight night. He brushed aside all outside noise, especially the critics pushing for a brawl, stating firmly, "We train one way, our way, and that's how we're getting the job done."
We train for one way, the way we're going to fight, and that's the way we're going to get the job done.
Bomac believes Crawford's style, patience, and growing comfort at the higher weight will be too much for Canelo. Even predicting fans will be shocked by just how dominant Bud looks in the ring. The more time Crawford has to settle into this weight, the worse it is for Canelo, he warned. And when asked if beating Canelo would place Crawford among the all-time greats, Bomac didn't flinch. You just answered your own question.
If he manages to get through Canelo Alvarez, does that cement his place on the Mount Rushmore of boxing?
You just answered the question.
Rhetorical.
This isn't just a fighter getting in shape, this is a man on a mission. Terence Crawford is embracing the moment, rising to the occasion, and turning his training camp into a showcase of power, speed, charisma, and championship mentality. If Canelo Alvarez wasn't already on alert, he should be now, because Crawford is coming, and he's coming strong. Thanks for watching Boxing Headquarters. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next round.